So good morning. I just posted a little video that I did yesterday while I was processing my film, and I was thinking about Rebecca's last video, and she and I have had a conversation recently about, how, and she mentioned it in the video, how we used to share so much of our lives, that communities change, and that people are sharing differently on YouTube than they used to, and that's all fine. I mean, I think things change, and I know I've seen it in different online communities, and I don't think that's a big deal, because I think as a general rule we spend too much time tied into our virtual lives. But I did want to talk a little bit about, well, I mean, it really wasn't my intention to come on here and talk about anything. This is kind of stream of consciousness, and I just wanted to show you what I do in the morning. So let me start there. So this is my little screened-in porch. That's my front yard out there. That's my backyard out there. There's the house, and this is a place where I can sit and not get chewed up by mosquitoes if if I don't want to slather myself with DEET, because I haven't found a natural product that actually works, and I've got the mosquito bites to show it. So I've taken to this year, this spring into summer, when the morning is not bad out. This morning is it's a little bit humid, but it's still not that hot. And I have a bunch of sage that I brought back from California, from my old house. My ex-husband still has the house there, and I have a big white sage that I planted in the easement by the street, and I went out there and I thought, okay, I'm taking some of this back with me. So that's my white sage from California, and I just have a rock here that I just light the sage and let it smolder, and sometimes I do some writing. I haven't done any writing for a few days now, because I've just been doing other stuff, and then I'll have my tea. And this morning I added some mugwort. I'm growing two kinds of mugwort in my garden. I'm growing California mugwort, and I'm growing whatever the normal mugwort is for out here. In California anyway, the California mugwort has a much more intense fragrance than the regular mugwort. And I noticed that when I was out there with family for Mother's Day. We went for a hike, and I found some California mugwort, and oh my God, it was just so fragrant. Neither mugworts that I'm growing here are nearly that fragrant, and I think the reason is because of the difference in levels of humidity. But in any case, I do have some California mugwort. Hear that? It's one of the hawks around here. That I have growing out front. I cut some and I dried it, and I've added the mugwort to my sage this morning because, and this might sound crazy, but or maybe not, because they're talking about potentially severe storms this afternoon into the evening, and I always like to give a little bit more something to all the trees, because I've got some really big trees out there. Got one right next to the house right there. And it's a little freaky, especially coming from California, where the only way that you're going to live around trees like this is if you're like up in the redwoods or something. Avery, do you hear Hockey? Hockey's out there. Yeah, Hockey's out there. So anyway, so I'll come and I'll sit out here and I'll do a little writing, do a little thinking, just kind of start my day. Avery barks at the hawks. She chases them sometimes. So back to what Rebecca was saying. She talked about how people used to share their lives. Now, Lady Gravenancer, Tequila still does that on a regular basis, and I have seen more people than myself tell her that their favorite, some of their favorite videos of hers are her family vlogs. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about how I think we're all looking to share our lives, we're all looking to have community. And it's easier to, I think, hi, good morning, feel a sense of community with someone who opens up their life in that way. Do you want to go out back and look? Come here. Oh, there it goes. Oh my gosh, it was in the front yard. Sorry, we got a little bit of nature going on here. I just saw the hawk fly from the tree over there somewhere. You can come and get the voles in my yard, Hockey. So anyway, kind of in that vein, I used to do that a little bit. I haven't been doing it so much since I've moved out here, except sometimes when I travel. I have been dealing with so much different emotional, transitional kind of things since my divorce, since, you know, uprooting myself and having to change how I identify and relate to the world because of the way I'm living. I haven't been making those kind of vlogs so much. And I was looking back over my channel, and I have videos that go back, I think, 12 years. And they're not long ones, and sometimes they're really crappy quality, but I enjoy them. They kind of represent what has influenced and helped to build the person that I am, and for the most part it's good stuff. But I do look at myself from before I went through all my divorce, and I do look at the way that I not interacted, but what I put out there on YouTube, and I just sometimes look at myself and think, oh my God, you were so naive. So it wasn't so much that I was naive, it's just that, well, maybe it was, but our experiences influence who we are. And so going through what I have gone through in the past several years, while it's been, oh my God, it's been such a pain in the ass. It's not just been such a pain in the ass, it's been devastating for me. But I was talking to my counselor the other day, and I said, you know what though, if I hadn't gone through this, and this is sounds kind of tropey, but if I hadn't gone through that, I would not be here working on the things that I really need to work on in myself. Things that, if I stayed in a safe place, even if it wasn't really contributing to my overall sense of authenticity and helping me really expand into my potential, it was safe, it was comfortable. And I think, yeah, sure, I'd take that. But then I think about who I'm becoming, how I'm evolving, and I think if I had stayed in that safe place, it wouldn't be the same. And so I hear that in my voice. I hear that in my voice when I listen to myself. It's like, I don't know, there was a certain sense of seriousness that I had that, I was like, oh God, I can't be serious about myself. Shit happens to everybody and blah, 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 blah. So I did notice, sorry, I'm kind of going on and on. This isn't even like really highly caffeinated tea. So I found a little video where it was like a little home tour sort of thing. And I thought, I will put this out there for anybody else who watches this to go ahead, if you feel like it, and share your life a little bit. I'm gonna do like a little tour here, because you see bits and pieces of my house, and I haven't done like a full-on tour for a little bit. And here's the thing, I had this urge to clean my house before I did this, and I thought, no, I'm not gonna clean my house. I'm gonna show you my house and how I live, and I'm gonna invite anybody else to, excuse me, taking a sip of my tea and putting it down, anybody else to kind of do the same thing. So we'll step outside. Well, you know what? Actually, let me put some shoes on. That might be a good thing. Avery, we're not going to go out for long. We're not going to go out for long. And I'm going to try to not make this too long. Let me see, what are we at right now? We're already at 10 minutes. So let me see if I can keep this under 5 minutes to kind of do a little touring thing. So let me take you out, all the way out front. Hear the hawk? I think the hawk is up in the oak tree there. You can come get the voles that are eating my garden, okay? I know, that sounds mean, but you know what? It's the cycle of life. So let's start out here. So this is my street. I live in Richmond, Virginia. The river's down that way. I have videos of the river. And so we'll start here at my street. And you can see the garden over here. Let's go up to the driveway. If you came to visit me, you'd come pull in the driveway. Where are you, Mr. Hawk? Miss Hawk? This is where my pine was taken out that I still need to work on here. That's a choke cherry there. So here's the garden. So the garden from the one side. This is my driveway, which is getting a lot of clover in it. More in the garden. Avery, we're gonna go back inside. That's one way you can get into the backyard there. There's my pile of wood chips I still need to work with. My elder, one of my elders. Come on, Avery, we gotta go inside. My rhubarb, mint, and all sorts of things there. Getting a little. And here's front door. Avery, come. So there's my crow. Come on inside. Come on inside. Here's my little welcome owl with my little evil eye thingy. So my house is like split level, tri-level. So let's see. Let's start at the bottom. We'll go downstairs, and this is where I do a lot of my work. This is I have a lot of my artwork on the walls, my photography. This is the utility room / work room / dark room. The second bathroom's down here. And as you can see, I mostly use it for, I clean it up when people come, right? But when nobody's here, this is kind of like work in progress sort of place. And then this is where I will work on some stuff with my, and I have some encaustic stuff there. I've been sifting through Polaroids. These are the ones I mentioned yesterday. There's a Memento Mori call for entry, and I was thinking of these. I was thinking these would work really well, but they're actually too old. I did them 6 years ago, and you can only do stuff up to 5 years ago, so I'm going to figure that out. My books, my camera stuff. You can see it's a mess. Oh, there's one of my, it's like a little Baba Yaga sort of thing. I did that with, cyanotype and some paint. And in the wintertime, I use my wood stove a lot. I'm down here most of the time in the wintertime because I leave the rest of my house really cool and just am at the wood stove. Now this is kind of my art-centered altar. I have Saraswati there. I have my crow totem. I have teeth that were taken out of me. Family stuff, my dad and my mom. Feathers, crow feathers I collected in California. Some crystals. I have like tarot and esoteric books down there. Incense. My little cauldron. There's a piece of, I picked this up on my walk yesterday. That's sycamore bark. I have a little bit more of my work on this wall. Old work. That's a piece of my work there. That's a piece of work my daughter did. My bulletin board, my computer. A lot of times when I'm talking to you, when I'm online, I'm down here. See, it's a mess. It's a mess. I have to clean. So then we'll go up to the middle level, which is my kitchen. Here, I built that when I moved in. Oh, I gotta get those avocados in the refrigerator. I always have a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. My spices I keep there. I keep my tea. This is all green and herb tea. This is all black tea. I'm like a tea fiend. Yeah, I decided this was the easiest way to keep my spices because I use them a lot. So I just stack the little mason jars. Here's another little altar I have. There's my Baba Yaga. And I have Buddha and Our Lady of Guadalupe and my little trio of witches that I leave up here all year long with my little, there's some cardinal feathers and blue jay feathers in there. Usually have some kind of fermenting or tincturing stuff going on there. Again, it's not in very good order right now. There's my booze collection. I enjoy making interesting cocktails, usually on the weekends. I try to avoid alcohol during the week. I have some chamomile from the garden drying, and some clover, and some purple shiso. My dining room table, which is covered with more Polaroids and stuff. My motley collection of flowers. My pots from Kate at the Homely House, and some local woodturners made those. My cabinet with my funky glassware that I get at the consignment stores. My Russian koklomaware that usually has my smoky tea, but I'm out of smoky tea right now. Friend gave me that one. Artwork is either friends that I have bought stuff from or myself. It's a piece that I made a year or so ago. More of my artwork, my TV that somebody noticed I keep a cloth over it because I hate that black void. Books. If I had my druthers, I'd like put in a built-in shelf there so I could expand my books. More artwork, more of my artwork. My dad's sister did that. She's passed on many, many years now. Polar Star. More of my artwork, one that I bought. This is Jude Bascom, did those. I got those from her. The table, witch's broom over there. More of my artwork. Other artwork that I bought from somebody else. Okay, oh, upstairs. That's where we're going now. So this is upstairs. I've had these on my wall since I needed to check out the magnet for a show that I did. But this is some more of my artwork that I've done with my cyanotypes. This is my meditation room. That's where I keep my skeleton and put my hakama. More of my artwork. Old stuff that I had from my family. This is my main altar to meditate by. It's another painting by my aunt. More artwork by me, and by me. This is sort of my little Aikido altar with my Aikido and kind of Buddhism books. That's my black belt. I think they call that a shosho when I got my black belt. This is some artwork that I got from a guy in Oakland. My son brought me this back from Japan. That's my son's artwork. That's something my brother gave me. And this is my guest room right here that I keep closed up because I don't need to use the energy to heat or cool it. More of my artwork on the walls. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy going so fast. My neighbor's yard down there. Okay, and then lastly is my bedroom, which I haven't even made my bed yet, or put away clothes. More books, because, you know, that's my kids right there, and some neighbor kids when we lived in Phoenix a long time ago. A friend from Flickr painted these off of some of my photographs, and we exchanged prints. He lives in France. Those are some outfits my grandmother made. Another piece of my artwork here. Why is this crooked? You should not be crooked. my backyard. I'll just show it to you this way, like that. And always little mini altars, like everywhere. My jewelry, and this is the bathroom, which is really funky the way they have it. They have like 2 doors coming from my room and coming from the hallway. I think some of these models of homes have a separate like little bathroom with the main bedroom, which I kind of wish I had, but I have grand plans if I was ever gonna, you know, come into a lot of money. And oh yes, and one more little altar here. This is like my little Baba Yaga house altar with, I've got some turkey tail mushroom here and some field dodder and some burrs from burdock, more mugwort. Friend got me that recently. More collection of feathers that I found on my yard. And that's it. That's it. That's the house tour. That's me opening up. Not like I haven't already. And anybody who wants to do that, I welcome it. I would love to see your environment and what makes you you. Okay, bye.